Hi everyone! Since 2014 is coming to a close and we're about to start 2015, which is crazy, I know, I decided I might as well go on and do my overall yearly 2014 favorites. Excuse me. Now, I am going to be doing a December favorites. However, that'll be up later because it's now about halfway through December, so I figured I won't find anything that I'm obsessed with, and if I did, I couldn't really call it a yearly favorites anyway between now and the end of the year, but I might for December, so I'm not going to post that one until after this one. It'll probably be, it'll be a little bit late, like the first or so week of January, just because, as you probably have realized by now, these videos are pre-recorded, because right now I am home with my family, and they don't get the whole YouTube thing. They think it's kind of weird. They know I do it. They don't really get it. Also, it's hard to film with so many people around. So, I'm just going to do them right now while I'm at home with my normal setup. I've got everything that I could ever need. So, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with hair, skincare. I have one fragrance and a whole bunch of makeup. This is going to be a long one. I can already tell you. Get your snack, get some coffee, get a milkshake, get whatever makes you happy, and let's get going. Hair care, some of these are going to be the same as 2013. I'll go ahead and link 2013 as well as a recent Throwback Thursday that I did talking about the things that I loved, like if I still felt the same about those things I loved in 2013. Hope that made sense. So, let's start with hair care. It's the same for shampoo and conditioner. Maybe if I could show you them correctly, that would be nice. This is the Herbal Essence Totally Twisted shampoo and conditioner. These are the best that I have ever found. I obviously have curly hair. I don't even know if you can tell that I have curly hair because of this dark shirt. It's curly. It's for real. I have curly hair. This makes my hair so soft, so beautiful, so shiny, perfect. Anything that you could want in a shampoo and conditioner, this gives to me. So, by far, my favorite shampoo and conditioner of any that I've tried this year. This is like a treatment. Now, I've gotten more into using hair oils and treatments on my hair. I've found some oils I really like, but none that I could really say are a favorite for the whole year. But this, I loved. This is Caviar Repair X. Some of these I got later in the year, I want to be honest with y'all. But it's something that, like, blew my mind that, like, beats anything else that I've tried. So this is almost like a Holy Grail update video. We could call it that, too. And that is the Caviar Repair X Retexturizing Protein Cream by Alterna. This stuff is amazing. Do not use it in the morning because it's going to make your hair feel like a greasy mass. But you put it on in your hair overnight, and the next morning you feel like you just have the softest, most luxurious hair in the world. It's expensive, but it's amazing. And I got this in an Allure box, so I highly recommend that. Next, this is actually something that I got recently, but it just changed the whole hair game for me once I find it on sale on the Birchbox website, because everything on Birchbox websites goes on sale eventually, so I don't want to buy it full price if I don't have to. Sorry, I have water all over my Alex drawers now. But it is by Curl Keeper. It is Ultimate Hold with Frizz Control Gel. This stuff is amazing. It smells kind of sweet. You put on some hairspray, you put this in your hair, you are done. It gives you definition, really gorgeous curls, tight curls. You don't get frizz. Anything that you could want, this gives you. As you can see, I have used this baby up and I am so ready to get a new one. It does not make your hair crunchy, which I was a little bit afraid of. This is perfect. This is something I don't think I've actually mentioned. I got it recently in an Ipsy bag, and it changed the hairspray game. Now, I was always like, my Aussie hairspray, it's the best. It gives me, you know, some nice hair, nice hold without making my hair crunchy. Like, what else could I need? This baby is what else I could need. It is by Marc Anthony, the Oil of Morocco Argan Oil Sulfate-Free Volume Shine Hairspray. Extra hold, fast drying, infused with keratin. Pretty much an encyclopedia on a bottle. We're not heating, though. It smells sweet. Kind of, I don't know, kind of sugary sweet. Nothing like major. You can't really smell in your hair. But this makes your hair soft, but it's a hairspray. It gives you the hold that you want, but it's a hairspray, and so I mean, it gives you the hold that you want because it is a hairspray, but then you feel the top of your hair. It doesn't feel greasy. I feel like I was a little afraid it would make my hair kind of greasy and gross, but it just feels soft, and it feels like I just put an oil in it, but I didn't. I just put hairspray in it. and it gives you the hold of a hairspray. I don't know how it does it, but it's a miracle worker. I don't know where you can buy this. I've heard you can get it at different drugstores. If you know, let us all know. Share the love, because I recommend this more than any other hairspray. So that's my hair care game. Now let's get into some skincare. This is not the right one, but I got into using toners this year. And of all the ones that I've tried, I really, really enjoy the Neutrogena oil-free toner. It, you know, it really like balances out my skin without making it feel tight and gross. It actually kind of, some cleansers give me that feeling, and it kind of negates that feeling from cleansers. It just does everything that you could ever want a toner to do. I can tell the difference. It's also drugstore, so we're all about that. So I really love that. Highly recommend you checking that out. The other thing is makeup removing items. I found Up and Up this year. Up and Up is the Target home brand. I pretty much exclusively shop at Target. I was kind of running low on cash at the end of the month, one month, and I said, we'll try the Up and Up ones. They probably won't be as good as my Neutrogena. Oh no, I was so wrong. They're so much better. Neutrogena ones remove your makeup flawlessly. I'll give it that. But it gives me a little bit of a sticky film to where I feel like, oh, I gotta go wash my face. And the towel is a little bit scratchy. This towel feels like plush, like, oh, this is my 2-year-old child stuffed animal, and I'm gonna rub it on my face, and it's gonna remove my makeup absolutely perfectly. Better than, I mean, as good as the Neutrogena wipes, if not better. And it's cheaper. And you get 30, with Neutrogena you get 25. All in all, this is pretty much, what else do you need in a makeup removing towelette? I love it. I recommend it. It's like $3 or $4, I think. Super cheap. Along with that is the eye makeup remover. I've had an issue with some eye makeup removers. They burn my eyes. They don't work well. I haven't found anything that I love. I love this. It's a bi-phase makeup remover. You can't really tell that because I've been shaking it up to talk to you about it. It removes anything that doesn't remove. But to be honest, I don't even really need to use that much because I use the makeup remover wipes. So I do like it though. It doesn't give me a film or a grossness. Because I'm a Satanist, or not a Satanist. Whoa, I'm not a Satanist. A masochist is the word. I'm a Christian. Sorry about that. A masochist, you know, I kind of was like, well, this is working really well, and I kind of opened my eyes a little bit and jammed my cotton round in it because, you know, we're gonna see if this is gonna hurt my eyes. It did not. It is great. I recommend it. And last but not least, for skincare, is something that changed my whole skincare game for 2014, and it is this gorgeous cleanser. As you can see, there's still quite a bit left. Because it comes with a muslin cloth. If you get it in Birchbox, I recommend getting it in Birchbox because Birchbox was my baby. If you want to know my favorite subscription service of the year, it's Birchbox. I have a link down below in case you're interested. I highly recommend signing up for it. It's the best, in my opinion. But this is the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. This, you put it on your face, it's a little gel. You don't really notice it do anything, but you're like, okay, we're cleaning our face. It gets your makeup off so well. Now you need to use the muslin cloth that comes with it, or buy some muslin cloths, and then it exfoliates your face. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this face, it's like newborn baby skin. And then the next morning when you're putting on your foundation, your blush, and your what other goo, your war paint, it's just like gliding on just perfectly. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. I have dry skin and I don't get any dry patches with it. I think it's an exfoliator, but it's pretty gentle to where it does what it needs to do, but it's not so gentle that you, so harsh that you can't use it every day. This is great. I will be buying a full size of this. You'll kind of see that a lot of these things are from subscription services, so I'm a huge advocate for those. This is a little sample size. It's a little sad, I know, but it's really expensive and I haven't bought it yet, but I think it's going to be a purchase that I make in 2015 because this sample size is not going to last me forever. It's a perfume. It's Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. This was a super, super hyped thing, and I was just like, probably not. I got white and I was like, not a fan. It's a very florally scent, very strong. I'm not a fan of that. Then I got black. Both of them were free samples with Sephora orders. And this is like deep amber, sexy scent. This is my kind of scent. It's what I like. A lot of people call them like nighttime scents. I call them all the time scents. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, this is like the perfect scent for me. I could not. I've tried quite a few scents just because you get them as free samples. I get them in my Birchbox and my Ipsy. My favorite by far, and I'm going to have to purchase that, unfortunately. I have one makeup tool favorite for the year. It's something that I discovered this year. At first I didn't like it. Then I was like, I cannot apply my makeup without it, and I really can't. It's my Beauty Blender. This one's a little dirty, as we can tell. We'll just ignore that. But it's a $20 sponge. And I know you're like, Becky, come on now. I do not need to pay $20 for a sponge. Let's be honest. You do. You do. And I hate to say that because it's so expensive. But it's so, so good. It applies your makeup so well. Now, I have heard that the Real Techniques one is the same. I don't want to tell you that because I've never used the Real Technique one. Because I got that one in a glossy box. I have one that's a backup that I got in a Birchbox. But once those like disintegrate and are just like, I cannot use this on my face anymore, I'll probably will try the Real Technique one. Like I said, I've heard it's the same. So I'm sure it is. But I don't want to tell you that for sure because I've never done it. And I don't want to tell you all stuff if I don't know for sure. But that stuff, it'll change your whole application of your foundation, your concealer, whatever. Alright. We're going to get into a primer. This is by Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. Hydrating. Another Birchbox thing. A whole ounce worth of product. Heck yes. And this is my favorite primer. I was always like, I use a primer, but I don't really see it making a difference. This does. It's hydrating. I put it over a moisturizer because, again, I have dry skin. It's hydrating and it just lets everything glide over my face so much better. And I do think it makes my makeup stay longer too. So, two great things. Why wouldn't you want to use them? And they do also do like oily skin. They do like 100 different types, I think. But I get the hydrating and I'm a big fan. This is something that I totally thought was a gimmick. I was like, why do people buy that? Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Now, I have an issue with my dry skin to where a lot of times makeup looks powdery and cakey and gross on me. And I'm like, I'm not a fan of that. I just do a spritz. It lets everything sink in, kind of, to where it doesn't look like, here's my blush, here's my bronzer, here's my highlight, here's my eyeshadow. It's just like, here's my face. You see what I'm saying? See how that's nice? It also does make it stay longer. I'm a fan. I know that there's some drugstore options. This is the only setting spray I've ever tried. I got it in a little kit over the summer. Let me know if you have a suggestion. For foundation, this is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Liquid to Powder Foundation. Everyone says if you have dry skin, you're going to hate it. They're wrong. I have dry skin. I love this. This is the foundation that I find never ever clings to dry patches. I'm also a really big fan of the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. But this one can cling to dry patches if you put too much on. This one does not. It glides over. It gives me a gorgeous face. It makes my skin feel so soft and nice. I love this stuff. Concealer. I always thought that I was just done. Never going to find my Holy Grail concealer. Whatever. I found it. It is the CoverGirl and Olay Concealer Balm. Unfortunately, my shade's a little too dark and a little yellow toned. It's right there. I got the shade light medium. I should have gotten light or light fair or whatever it is. Because this does not really work for me. But the concealer itself is amazing. And I can make it work out because it blends so nicely. Blends like a dream. And it's moisturizing because of the Olay. And it's creamy. And it just does everything that I need for my little pimples and zits. And it covers super well. And it's perfect. It's perfect. Love it. This is Neutrogena Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. I've only tried 2 of these, and of the 2 that I've tried, this is by far my favorite. It's one of those brush tip things you put under your eyes. For me, it does crease a little bit. I've never found one that didn't crease at all, even when I set it with my powder that's going to come up soon, which I forgot to take out because that's not good, but whatever. We're just going to keep on going. I brush it on. I pat it in with my Beauty Blender, and it brightens my eyes, and it's great. And then I set it with this every single day, and it is the NYX Brighten Radiant Finishing Powder. It's one of those that has, like, all the colors. It's a brightening thing. I've put it all over my face and I couldn't really tell a difference. I put it under my eyes. I don't really know how much it brightens. I don't know. So it's kind of weird to call it a favorite, but I do use it every single day. And I do really like it. I like what it does. I think it does give you a little bit of brightness. I'm sorry that my color keeps changing. I use natural light. The sun decides to move and I just stay where I am. That's all we can do, right? I've made a whole video about this. I've done video reviews about a lot of these things and I'll link them all below. It is the Revlon DNA Advantage powder. You knew this was coming, right? It has a double helix. It used to, not anymore. So soft. Perfect. Finely milled. Does not look powdery on your face. Sinks in. Does gorgeous, amazing things for your skin. Sets your foundation. Gives you a little bit of coverage. Does everything you could ever want in powder. And it's drugstore. I'm all about getting drugstore perfect things. Duh. Alright, some of these things I'm going to mention are going to be limited edition that you can't get anymore. But I'd be lying if I said they weren't my favorites. You might be able to find them online or something like that. Or if you have it, pull it out. Sephora Pantone Universe. The Rush Luster Cheek Sweep. I got this in the summer. And it's amazing. So, so amazing. The color of the year for 2014 was Radiant Orchid. That's this brush, which is what I have on my face. So it doesn't come off quite so purple. This highlighter, let me tell you, is a gorgeous champagne highlighter. This is the shade Spanish Villa. This is just called Radiant Orchid. Gorgeous. Super highlighty. Then this pink blush, which for me is a blush. Some people say it could be a highlighter on them. It reminds me of the Cindy Luminizer, but I don't want to compare it to that because I don't have that. But it's super shimmery. Great, great blush for me. All of these things I love. I highly recommend you try to get it. Or if you have it, you pull it out because it's gorgeous. And I take this everywhere. Anytime I go home, I have to have it. I just have to. This is another one that I got in that same Sephora favorite. If you are starting on makeup, even if you're not, if you have a bunch, but you see those Sephora favorites, you get those. Unless you have like everything in it, then that's kind of dumb. But like I have quite a few. I have a lot of makeup, obviously. But it's mainly drugstore, which I'm all about it. But I really like the Sephora favorites because it does help me get some higher end stuff to try. This is one of them. This is from Josie Maron. It's the Coconut Water Cheek Gelée. It's like a spongy thing. And then you put it on. Oh no, it's not going to show up. That's disappointing. Well, I use my e.l.f. stipple brush. And it gives you the gorgeous flush of heaven. Like it's a red pinky color, so it's really natural looking. It does, you gotta be careful though, because it'll build up and be like, this is my blush. I feel like I've got a lot of blush on today, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna say hello. Here's my blush. Enjoy it. So I really, really like this. I think it's great. I think it's hard to get. I don't know if you can get it just plain or you only can get it in sets, but if you see it in a set, it's worth getting. This is the shade Pink Escape. Alright, kind of to go with my face favorites is this. It's a palette, Rainforest After Dark from Tarte. I don't know if you can still get it. Maybe you can. I think I saw it on Ulta last night, so I'm pretty sure you can get it. And it's this palette. Now, it's got these gorgeous eyeshadows. They are beautiful, super pigmented. I've done a whole review on it. Beautiful eyeshadows, but don't buy it for the eyeshadows. Buy it for these babies. Champagne, a more yellow tone, but beautiful highlight. Park Avenue Princess. It gets super hyped up, but it's gorgeous. Love that bronzer. And then this blush that at first I was just like, yeah. And you know, I mean, when you compare it to that, you're just like, yeah. It's in the shade Unleashed. Oh, on the cheeks. It's fabulous. Very natural looking, but still there and just beautiful. Those cheek products in that palette make it worth the $36 I want to say it was. Alright, for my other highlights that are not in a palette, Mary Luminizer. I got it on Look, which will always be linked down below. Another amazing site, obviously a favorite for life. Flash sale website. I got this for $10. And look at it. It's so hyped on YouTube. It's a beautiful champagne. It is very similar to that other champagne. It's not a subtle highlight. It's what I have on today. So if you're like, Becky, your cheeks, they're glowing, they're fabulous. It's Mary Luminizer. It's not me. But it's beautiful. And I love it. Now, if you're like, I don't really like the yellow tone highlights, I'm all about the cool tone highlights, then you need to get this. This is Galactic Beauty Chic Shine in the shade Star Silver. I got this in a Wantable when I still had that subscription. It's a cream. But look at that. Fabulous. So fabulous and glowy. A little more natural, but still pretty intense and wonderful. Wonderful. I'm a little afraid that my video is going to cut off. If it cuts off, I'll do a part 2. But if all of a sudden I'm just like, and it cuts off, that's why. We're just going to know that. Alright. For some base products, this is probably not a surprise. Eyes are my favorite, so we got lots of eyes. These babies, CoverGirl Shine Shadows. I've done a whole review of these. They're perfect. They're super creamy. You put them on your eyelid. Everything you put on top of it's gonna stay. It's not gonna crease. I do have dry skin, normal eyelids, so maybe if you're super oily eyelids, might not work as well for you. But for me, these are perfect. I do also love the Maybelline Color Tattoos, but those I like better. But Maybelline Color Tattoos have more colors, so pretty much you need both. That's what I'm telling you. I love them both. These are super surprising. The NYC Sparkle Eye Dust. I have them in 2 shades. One of the colors is gone. Bronze Shimmer. I don't remember what this is called. But these are massy. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it on it. They get everywhere. They have super bad fallout. But if you want some hardcore glitter on your eyeballs, these babies, they're beautiful. They're super shimmery, super intense, and beautiful. Another super intense thing that I'm also obsessed with, L'Oreal Infallibles. Bronze Taupe and Lassie. The only 2 I have, unfortunately, I want them all. These babies have terrible fallout, but they're going to give you a gorgeous, gorgeous look to your eyeballs. I forgot about this face product. I apologize. Sometimes we're a little bit out of order. Whatever. When you have a million products in a mountain, it's hard not to be. NARS Laguna Bronzer. Another thing. So 3 things now I got in the summer stash from Sephora, which is still online right now and on clearance. I'll link it below. Hopefully you can still get it because, like I said, 3 of my favorites have come from that. NARS Laguna. It's a baby one. I'm going to have to purchase this in a full one. I love it. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect. I can't decide if I like that or Park Avenue Princess better, to be totally honest. They're both beautiful. Every time I wear them, I'm like, oh, my cheekbones, they're perfect. I'm not wearing that today, but when I wear it, gorgeous. For liquid eyeliner, I've done a review of this. I didn't give it a good review, but I love it. It's the e.l.f. liquid liner. It's $1. It's got a brush tip. I must admit I don't try out a ton of liquid liners, but this is amazing. It's super dark and pigmented. It's pretty easy to use. And, I mean, what couldn't you love about it? It's just, I love it. I think it does great things for my eyeballs. And if I'm not going to use that, I mean, like, if I'm going to use liquid liner, I'm going to choose that. And I was using some other things when I was doing the Black Swan. There's a picture of it on my Instagram. It'll be linked down below. My Black Swan look. And every time, everything else was just going out and not being black. And I would just pull out that and I'd be like, black gorgeousness. This is another limited edition thing that I saw a lot of negative reviews about, but I love it. It's a Milani Constellation Gel Eyeshadow. Obviously, there's a gorgeous overspray, but then that's what you get. It is the Green Beauty. That is my eyeliner today. And I never had tried a gel eyeliner. This stays so long. I think it's actually super easy to apply. I was afraid it'd be so hard. And it's beautiful. It works great. I don't know anything bad about it. All about it. Except for that this shimmer, like the glitter is beautiful. But even the undercolor is beautiful in my opinion. Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pens. How many times did I talk about it? A million. If I'm going to do some glitter eyeliner, it's going to be these. I have Copper Glow, Iridescent Iris, and Black Tulip. They're all beautiful. They're all shimmery. And they stay, and they just do everything that you could want in an eyeliner. However, don't put these in the waterline, obviously, because they're so glittery. I've done a full review of these. Like I said, anything that's been a full review will be linked down below, because a lot of these things have. Now these, you want some super dark eyeliner that's going to stay in your waterline for 7 weeks. you buy these. Samita Beauty. I have a purple one and I have a black one, and I love them both. These are my favorite eyeliners for the waterline. They're more pigmented than anything else I've tried, and they stay better than anything else I've tried. For eyeshadow, this is limited edition. This is something I was not excited about, but ever since I've gotten it, I cannot get away from this palette. Kat Von D Esperanza. It's the only Kat Von D makeup I have. Now I want every single palette she's ever had. These colors, you're like, Becky, what can you do with that? You can do everything. It's a palette that I look at and I get inspired by. It's got this gorgeous blending shade. It's got this gorgeous copper. I mean, look at that. Purple, I love purple. This really unique shade. I've been trying to dupe it for a video and I just can't. I love it. A lot of people are selling it because they can't find use for it. I would buy it because I definitely have quite a few uses for it. Alright, we're going to go into lip products. Lip liner, something I've discovered semi-recently, but I'm in love with it. Whenever I don't wear lip liner, I'm like, oh no, I should have put some on. Because I can't tell the difference. It defines your lip. I kind of have like a fuzzy lip line. Like it's not just like perfect. It's kind of just like blends into my regular skin, my little chin area. And this just makes it great. It makes everything stay better. I love it. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate and Easton Snob. I only have two. This is definitely my favorite. It applies really well. It's the color of my lips for the most part. So, like I can wear it with anything. I would like to grow my lip liner collection just so I could have some that match better, but that goes with everything. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, I've got 6 lip products for you. We've got a red L'Oreal Color Riche Balm things in Cardinal Plume. It's a tinted lip balm that's so pigmented and beautiful. It's red and I love it. Not a huge fan of the scent, but scents don't usually bother me because I usually can't smell them on like my lips. But that is beautiful and pigmented and fabulous, and I recommend it, and it's drugstore. Another thing that's very similar is the Maybelline Color Whisper. I would say this one you can build up even more. This is in the shade Cherry on Top. Oh, every time I wear it, people are like, your lips, what are they? They're fabulous. And I agree. It's beautiful, and I highly recommend you getting that. Alright, Lacquer & Company Lip Lube. This year was the year I discovered purple lips, and I said, purple lips, come to me, I love you. And that's the truth, I do. This is the Lip Lube in Minotaur. Super sweet, minty scent. Look at that purple. Talk about Radiant Orchid, the color of the year. That is Radiant Orchid. And every time I just love to wear it. It's so comfortable, so soothing, so fabulous. Alright. This is the only Bite Beauty. No, that's a lie. But Bite Beauty is like blown up everywhere. This is one of the only things I've tried and I love it. It is their Luscious, what is it? Luscious Lip Gloss? Lush Fruit Lip Gloss in the shade Strange Fruit. Ever since I got it. This was also in a Sephora Favorites kit, the Meet Your Match kit, which I did a whole review on. Look at that pinky purple goodness. It stays pretty well. It's a little sticky, but I wear it all the time. Unlike most people, I'm not a huge fan of nude lips, but when I'm like, what do I wear? I grabbed for these probably more than anything. This I was obsessed with for months, and I could not put it down. NYC City Proof Twistable Crown in the shade 030 Metropolitan Mauve. I've done a whole review of these. As you can see, pinky purples I was obsessed with. Look at that. Comes off a little more pink. It does get drying after a few hours, but it's gorgeous. And it does have really good staying power. And last but not least, I also got this in a Meet Your Match set. Tarte Elite Lip Pencil. It's a Lip Surgence. It's beautiful. It's a corally pink, but it's pretty natural looking. So you put it on your lips and it's beautiful. It goes with absolutely anything, but it still gives you a little bit of color. So those are my lip choices for the year. And finally, we're going to get into nails. I think we're going to make the whole video without it shutting off, which is really exciting. I have 3 nail polish favorites, one of which I know you can't get, and it's a tragedy. It is the Revlon Color Stay Gel Smooth Base Coat. I I use this every single time, and it makes my nails stay on so much better. It fills everything. I know that there's some others, but this is the favorite that I've tried. I want to try the Orly Bonder because I think it might be similar, but more expensive. Now they have all the base coats are colored, and then they have the top coat. That's what Revlon has now. I don't know if it's as good because I haven't tried it, but this base coat is amazing. Alright, this is then I have 2 colored nail polishes. Nicole by OPI in the shade your Estee, so your Steel the One. Look at this beautiful, beautiful duochrome glittery blue. It's fabulous. You need a blue, this is the one I always go for. Blue nail polish is probably my favorite of all the colors to wear. You can see, I've used like that much, which doesn't seem like that much, but if y'all know nail polish, it's hard to see any kind of, you can't see it in the video, but I've used like that much, which is impressive because it's nail polish. It's hard to use up, and I've used it so much. This is my most used nail polish for 2014, by far. It's orange. It's from the Maybelline Color Show Polka Dot collection. It's Dottie. You can see I've used it that much. And it's an orange like base coat with this matte white and black glitter in it. That's chunky, and it's small, and it's just everything. Every time I wear it, literally every time, people are like, oh my gosh, your nail polish is beautiful. What did you do? How many, like, they think it's like an orange with like a thing on top of it, but it's not. It's all in one, and it's amazing. So, obviously, I found quite a few things that I was obsessed with in 2014. Let me know what you loved in 2014. Most of these things have reviews on them. It'll all be linked down below if you want swatches or more information. I couldn't swatch everything because of time, and this is already a 30-minute video. So, I really, really hope you found this helpful and enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me, and I will see y'all super soon. Bye!